If you're a focused learner trying to wrap your head around exactly how digital reach works today, well, you are in the perfect place. Today, we're completely demystifying a massive fundamental paradigm shift in how the YouTube algorithm decides what actually gets views. The rules of the game, they've completely changed. And understanding this evolution is literally the key to getting your content seen right now. Okay, let's dive into this. If you're a creator, maybe a business owner, or honestly just an analytical thinker, you have probably felt this incredibly specific anxiety. You know the feeling. You carefully craft a piece of content, you open up your analytics dashboard, and you realize you're hitting all the right numbers. But for some reason, your video just isn't getting pushed. The views are just flatlining. Why on earth does a mathematically perfect piece of content suddenly fail on today's platform? Well, to understand the answer, we actually have to look back at the foundation. Section 1, the math equation era. You see, for nearly a decade, YouTube operated in a world that was rigid and purely quantitative. Reaching an audience was treated almost exactly like solving a math formula. If you could hit specific quantitative thresholds, boom, the algorithm would reliably promote your content. We all kind of know the traditional viewer journey, right? It's exactly like a physical business. First, you've got impressions. Think of this as your billboard on a super busy highway. It's just measuring how many cars drove past your sign and saw it. Next is your click-through rate. Okay, they saw the billboard, but did they actually pull off the highway and walk up to your storefront? And finally, you have watch time. Once they walk through those front doors, how long do they actually hang out inside your store? This entire journey was tracked by what our source calls the big four metrics: impressions, click-through rate, average view duration, and average percentage viewed. For a really long time, digital strategists could just build these cold calculated spreadsheets. If you optimize your video to get a high click-through rate and kept a strong average view duration, you won. You solved the math equation and the algorithm pushed your video. But according to our source material, the era of relying solely on this rigid math, it is officially over. Section 2, the new semantic era. YouTube's recommendation engine recently went through a massive transformation entirely powered by advanced AI. And guys, this isn't just a minor patch or update. It has fundamentally altered the platform's DNA. We've officially entered what's called the semantic era. Now, semantic basically just means relating to meaning in language or logic. But in the context of this algorithm, it means the system has evolved way past merely recognizing what is happening in your video and is now actually capable of understanding why that video exists. It's actively looking for the underlying meaning, the creator's intention, and the true emotional resonance it has with the audience. And this brilliantly illustrates just how fascinating this leap in technology really is. In the past, the old AI would scan your video file and just identify objects. It would say, okay, I see a boy, I see a guitar, I see a cat. It knew what the video was about. The new AI, though, it is infinitely more sophisticated. It's actively cross-referencing your spoken transcript with the facial emotions of the people on the screen. It's analyzing the pacing, the strategic pauses, even the conversational tone. It processes all of this semantic data to precisely anticipate exactly which humans will emotionally resonate with your specific content. It's completely wild. Section 3, the fifth metric. Because of this deep AI integration, a new king has literally been crowned in the analytics dashboard. Beyond those traditional big four mathematical metrics we talked about, there's an elusive but incredibly powerful new fifth metric that can completely override the math. It's called satisfaction. Now, you might be wondering, how exactly does a cold machine measure human satisfaction? Well, YouTube has been quietly training its AI over the last 2 years. You've probably noticed those post-video surveys popping up in your homepage, right? They ask viewers to match their feelings to a happy, neutral, or sad face. They even ask if a video made you feel specific things using words like inspired, hopeful, or educated. But here's the real kicker. The biggest indicator of satisfaction isn't just those surveys. It's the algorithm's brand new ability to deeply analyze the quality and the overall sentiment of your comment section. Section 4, proof of resonance. Now let's look at the actual evidence here. Our source provides some fascinating case studies that prove exactly how heart, meaning, and emotion can now successfully override a video that is mathematically performing poorly. The first story involves a creator named Sherry. Get this, Sherry is in her 70s. She had absolutely zero social media following and had never posted a video before, but her very first YouTube video pulled in nearly 40,000 views and hit full channel monetization within its very first week. How on earth did she beat the odds without some fancy data-driven strategy? The semantic era. Her video generated over 600 deeply emotional comments. People weren't just clicking, They were thumbing up comments, interacting, expressing this incredible genuine resonance. The AI actually recognized this intense viewer satisfaction and pushed the video out to the masses, completely ignoring her lack of history on the platform. The second case study actually comes from the host of our source material himself, Nathan. He recently posted a super vulnerable video opening up about how he and his wife climbed out of $50,000 in debt. When he checked his analytics later, his click-through rate was actually lower than normal. In the old math equation era, this video would have just died on the vine, but instead the views absolutely exploded. Why? Because the video brought in this massive influx of deeply emotional raw comments from viewers. The AI recognized that vulnerability and the high caliber of viewer satisfaction, and so the algorithm aggressively recommended the video purely based on that emotional resonance. So the crucial point we really need to take away here is summarized perfectly in this quote from the source material. There's something that those numbers cannot account for, and it's the freaking heart and meaning and intention and emotion behind a video. Now, obviously the numbers still matter. You still need to get people through the front door, right? But YouTube now actually and successfully rewards genuine human connection over cold spreadsheet calculations. Section 5, measuring the unmeasurable. So what does this all mean for you? How do you, as a focused learner and creator, adapt your strategy to succeed in an algorithm that is actively prioritizing human emotion? Well, we have to learn how to measure the unmeasurable. The very first major shift you need to make is moving away from cold demographics and leaning heavily into psychographics. Notice the stark difference here. The old way of thinking was, okay, my target audience is a 34-year-old female living in this specific city. That's purely demographic data. Instead, you need to start designing your content around the emotional residue your viewer is hunting for. Ask yourself, does this person need hope right now? Are they seeking a transformation, or do they just want to feel connected to another human being? If you engineer your content to satisfy those highly specific emotional needs, I promise you the algorithm will naturally follow. Now, what's really interesting about this strategy is we actually have a highly practical tool to execute it. To figure out exactly what emotions are moving your audience, the source highly recommends using a browser plugin from vidIQ. You can pull up literally any video, yours or a competitor's. Click a button and the AI will run an instant sentiment analysis on the entire comment section. It's going to pull out the deepest, most vulnerable comments verbatim. This is a total game changer. It allows you to stop merely copying your competitors' thumbnails and start understanding exactly why their audience is being moved. Once you know that, you can authentically replicate that resonance in your own unique way. Which brings us to our final thought for today. The YouTube algorithm is no longer just a cold machine reading numbers. It has been explicitly trained to read human satisfaction. So as you sit down to plan your next piece of content, I want you to ask yourself honestly, are you creating for an algorithm or are you creating for a human? Because in this new semantic era, focusing entirely on the human is hands down the single best algorithmic strategy you can have. Continue watching to see how to collect humans who will be your perfect customer. Thanks for watching the video this far. I'm excited to share with you an in-depth article on how to create, share, and monetize lead magnets effortlessly, all without technical skills or expensive tools. This article dives deep into the essential steps for building an audience genuinely interested in your brand. It's designed to help you leverage the skills you already have to create and launch a profitable digital business today. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your approach, this guide offers valuable insights to set you on the right path. And one of the key topics covered is why manual outreach and legacy systems can't keep up. You will learn that speed is a vital component of lead conversion. Research shows that responding to a lead within minutes rather than hours dramatically increases the likelihood of a successful sale. The fact that manual systems lack the agility required to pivot when audience behavior changes shows how Lead Creator can address this need. The article helps you pinpoint what your audience truly needs and how your unique skills can meet those needs effectively, ensuring your product stands out in a crowded market. Next, the article explores how to craft compelling content that resonates with your audience and drives sales. It emphasizes the importance of storytelling, clarity, and authenticity in your messaging. You'll learn techniques to create content that not only educates but also emotionally connects with your potential customers. This approach helps build trust and encourages engagement, which are essential for transforming interest into actual purchases. Another vital aspect discussed is effective packaging, how to present your knowledge in a captivating way that appeals to your target market. Alongside this, the article outlines strategies for building a marketing plan that truly connects with the eager buyers. It covers everything from branding and positioning to choosing the right channels for promotion. These insights empower you to showcase your digital product's value clearly and attract the right audience consistently. Finally, the article addresses the challenges new creators often face and offers advice on staying motivated and focused throughout the journey. Launching a digital product can be demanding, but with the right mindset and strategies, you can overcome obstacles and keep progressing. This section provides encouragement and practical tips to help you maintain momentum and achieve long-term success. So go ahead and click on the link below to get started today and turn your ideas into impactful digital products.